cellular and molecular platform CCAMP has launched the CCAMP COVID-19 Innovation Deployment Accelerator to identify and fast-track immediately deployable or near-ready COVID-19 innovations across India. The accelerator, which was launched on 26th March 2020, has so far selected 80 near-deployment-ready COVID-19 innovations across critical categories such as rapid diagnostic kits, assisted respiratory devices, remote vital stats monitoring systems, and several other such technologies to identify COVID-19 patients. Joining me right now to discuss the innovations that are coming out of the accelerator is Taslim Arif Syed, CEO and Director at CCAMP. Welcome to the show. First, tell us about how this accelerator was set up. We understand that there are multiple partners here along with CCAMP who are making this happen. How many companies and innovations are you looking to support through this program?
Thank you so much, Megha. Great to be here. So I think quickly just come March and we realized that worldwide we are facing a huge and deep challenge of interventions, both societally and health-wise, and realize that our conventional support system that comes from international innovations may not be able to serve the scale purpose that we have. At that time, we thought that this is the right time for us to pick innovations which are near deployment ready and see if we can give them a platform to come and run the last mile and get them to make an impact, which is very, very important for India today. We launched that deployment accelerator with many our collaborators like Social Alpha, PATH, UN, AIDS, CCMP. Now today we have the ACT, which is a huge initiative by Founders and Industry, 100 crore initiative. They have also joined as of today. And we have received around more than 800 submissions for that. And we have now picked 18 of them, which we are now trying to help them to the next level.
Yes. In fact, you've preempted to my next question because I believe that you've received over 800 ideas so far. And as you mentioned, you've selected 18 top technologies. Now, we cannot get into the details of all 18 ideas, but tell us a little about some of the innovations that you're looking at. How will they help fighting the COVID-19 crisis?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, so idea was to pick the ones which are nearly there or almost there, and then help them with the last few, miles left. So the ones which are there, the ventilator and assisted or non-invasive ventilator are going to be crucial going forward to us because there are multiple versions of ventilators that one can help. So we have around 5 to 6 innovations in that category. Rapid diagnostics, which can be done at scale, that is another aspect that we are building. And last but not the least, the rapid or the remote vital monitoring for patients is also another category.
Okay, all right. Thank you for telling that. And in fact, all of this sounds like something that the sooner it works out, the better it is. But exactly, can you tell us what do you mean by near deployment? How soon do you see these innovations being deployed to fight COVID-19 crisis? How are you working with industry partners and government agencies to make these ideas or near-ready ideas into reality?
Absolutely. So just to give you a perspective, all 18 of those are almost to be deployed within a month.
Okay.
It involves that they may get the regulatory approval, they will have the scale-up capability, manufacturing capability, and they can provide the product within a month. For that, they need to connect with industry to scale up, they need to connect with government for regulatory approvals, and they will need to connect with other funding capabilities to actually get them within a month.
Okay.
And the platform, the accelerator, will actually handhold them for the next month to get them within a month so that our need, national need, can be taken care of.
Okay, so within a month, that's the timeline you're sharing with us. But what are the innovations that you're seeing globally when we're talking about tackling the COVID-19 crisis? Also, the fact that you said that we will have enough to kind of deal with what is happening within India, but do you see any global collaborations as well, considering that these are all new technologies that will be addressing this pandemic?
No, absolutely. There are also two things. Some of them will be new and some of them will actually pitch in because we will not have the scale to take care of the requirement that we have. So some of them will actually be able to give a global collaboration for rapid diagnostics, that is the blood-based diagnostic. We could have a new collaboration in what you call it as CPAP helmet, which is the pre-version of the ventilator need. We may have a collaboration which could be a global thing in terms of the vaccine delivery, in terms those are the new things that these innovations are attempting and can be a globally impactful as well.
Okay, given the impact of this health crisis, the fact that this is global, do you see a change in sentiment from investors? Would you see more funding coming in towards health and biotech sectors going forward? Hopefully, it's not going to be just deep tech anymore and it just becomes as tech and gets recognized as that. But talk to us about the kind of change that you're expecting to see when it comes to funding.
No, absolutely. I think this times, hopefully, and I'm very optimistic on this, that actually suggesting that if you have a scientific and innovation temperament, you can actually quickly pivot or make a tweak to respond to such challenging times. And this is where India, which has invested in last 8 to 10 years in innovation, we are now seeing innovators knocking the doors and say, we are equally capable.
Yeah.
Let us make an impact now, and that is a very significant silver lining that I see in the innovation ecosystem right now. And I hope that government and private investment will actually look into this for a long-term impact.
Well, from what we have been talking to investors and entrepreneurs right here on Startup Street, it seems like there is enough dry powder for VCs to make these investments. Maybe they need to shift gears and look at different sectors, and hopefully health tech is going to accelerate in 2020. It is the need of the hour. Thank you so much for sharing all those details with us, and of course we will be watching out for all these near deployment innovations that would be turned into reality in a month.